Hey Bruce, let me ask you something. So who do you think has more money? You or me?
Well, that's easy. I do.
Huh. And why do you think that?
Well, that's also simple. Because I'm Batman.
Be sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13.
So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mafex Avengers Age of Ultron Iron Man Mark43. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see here, we do get a very basic looking style box when it comes to this Mafex Mark43. So we do get the window right there on the front of the box. On the top to say Mafex Medicom toy number 13. On the bottom we do get an image of Ironing Board Man. Then it does say Iron Man Mark43 action figure Avengers Initiative. And then here is the bottom of the box. We do get the barcode and blood plus, so nobody cares about. Then here's the top of the box. And then the one side there with an image of Iron Man. Then the other side does have another image of the figure in the back to show a bunch of pretty cool poses you can get the figure into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure, but to take a close look at one of my favorite Iron Man armors, even though at first when I saw it I didn't like it at all, but then it did eventually grow on me and now it's one of my favorites. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and detail-wise, Mafex did an absolutely great job. Definitely no issues there. I do have some QC issues because this was the dark days for Mafex when this figure did release. This is when there was just constant issues with their figures, and this Iron Man does suffer from a few of them. One of them is the crotch piece likes to fall off a lot. It just slides right out where it connects, and then I hate what they did with these pieces here. They're pegged in with a metal peg on the back, and then they like clip in the front right there. I know they did that probably to help with the leg articulation for it to get out of the way, but those pieces are pretty irritating. And then we do have some issues with some loose joints, as you can see right there. I'm getting electrocuted Iron Man right there. So there is some loose joints with the figure also, but paint and sculpt detail really well done on the figure, man. They added a very nice black wash throughout the figure as well. I love the red paint that they used. I have some random like mark over here on the red, which is weird. I tried to rub it off, but it's not coming off, man. I don't know what that mark is from. I don't even know if you could see it on the camera. There's also like a scratch up here as well, so that definitely is not cool, but the paint work is pretty damn clean throughout the figure. The head sculpt looks great. I love the black wash that they added throughout it on the gold and the red there. Really nice sculpt detail as well, and it looks like he has blue under the eyes right there. I don't know if there's a translucent plastic on the eyes though. There definitely is on the arc reactor, and it looks more gray for the arc reactor there. Neck has some nice sculpt detail, and you can see that really nice black wash all throughout it as well. Up here on the shoulders look dope. The silver pieces have that black wash. Same with just all throughout the torso, the black washes on there. And like I said, very clean paintwork where the golds meet with the red and the grays and all that. So really nice paintwork on the figure, and the sculpting looks dope as hell too, man. Back looks great too. I love the spine piece on the Mark43 there. That looks pretty cool. And then the shoulder pad pieces are connected to the arms, and they're on a hinge. I believe this is the first time they did that, because a little while after they were connecting shoulder pad pieces to the torso there, and the arms can slide out, and there is sculpt detail on this piece here. It does look a little weird, but it definitely does help with the articulation. And then these pieces underneath the gray pieces have the wash and some more sculpt detail. As you can see, the arms look pretty good too. His armor isn't as shiny as like the SH Figure Arts or Comic Cave, so some people might not like that, but even the elbow joints look great too. And I really don't like what they did with the hands, which we'll go over during the accessories there. The forearms look pretty good too with the sculpt and paint work. The legs here, great sculpt and paint detail once again, man. Mafex really did a nice job painting this figure. And if you look back here, this red piece on the back of the thighs, there's like something on it, and it doesn't look shiny like how the rest of the red does on the suit. It's really weird. I don't know what the hell that is. It's like the same thing I have on the armor on the front there, so I don't know what the hell that crap is, man. And you can see they added black wash. It looks like they missed some black wash over here, actually. But they did add black wash in the sculpted joints on the knees there. Another thing, some of the pieces pop off. Like this piece on my knee was popping off. When I had the knee bent, it kept popping out, and for some reason it's not right now, so that's a good thing. But I do like the way they designed the knees with the joints and everything, similar to SH Figure Arts. And then the lower legs, we get some nice sculpt and paint detail once again there. Really nice job, and then the feet look pretty good too. So overall, the detail, very well done on this figure. I think this is their 13th figure that they ever made. And like I said, this was Mafex's Dark Days. There is some QC issues with the figure, but overall, the detail, like I said, turned out really great on this Mark 43. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, this Mark 43 is included with a really good amount of stuff. So we do, of course, get a Mafex stand here. We do have the base, the arm, and the clamp there has the basic Mafex stand articulation, so we do get that, and then we do get 2 interchangeable head sculpts. And starting on the left there, we do get the helmeted or masked Iron Man head sculpt, which is the one that does come on the figure out of the packaging. They did do a fantastic job with that one. Then next, we get the faceplate lifted up and sort of half unmasked face, where you can see the Tony Stark head sculpt underneath, and the likeness of Robert Downey Jr. is pretty good on it. It's not perfect, but you can tell that that is him wearing that helmet there. The paint's nice and clean all throughout it. Eyes both painted looking in the same direction and everything, and the sculpt turned out pretty good as well. And the faceplate is just pegged in at the top, so I thought mine was crooked at first, then I realized it was just pegged in, so I straightened it out. So it didn't look all weird like this. So that's actually pretty cool that it's on a peg and you can swivel it a little bit. And they're very easy to swap the heads. I'll show you how to do that right now. And swapping the heads is extremely simple to do. So all you do is just pull up on the head sculpt, pops right off the ball peg there. Take the unmasked one, pop that on the joint, and then there you go, as simple as that. And that looks pretty cool, the unmasked head sculpt, once you have it on the figure there. So we do get the 2 interchangeable head sculpts, and then we also get a pair of repulsor blast effects for his hands, and then we do get the blast effects for his feet for when he's flying, and then we do get 2 sets of interchangeable hand guards. So for the effects here, we do get the repulsor blast ones for the hands, and these look good, man. They are a translucent plastic. It's clear at the end, turns more yellow in the middle, then more orange, then we get some white paint on the ends there, and they do have pegs on them because they do peg in to a couple pairs of hands. So we do get the ones for the hands, then we do get the ones for the feet, and these ones have pegs on them because they peg into the bottom of his feet, and same thing as the hand ones. As you can see, it is a little warped, which kind of sucks, but they did a nice job with them, and all you do is just peg this into the bottom of Iron Man's feet, like so. Jeez, that's a tight fit. That definitely is not going to fall out. So we do get the blast effects, and then we do get the interchangeable hand guards here. So we do have the one where the hand guard is upward, as you can see, and then we do have the one where it's down, and this is for when he's not like going to shoot like a repulsor blast. That's what these ones are for, and all they do is peg right into the arm and unpeg. The only main issue I have, all the other hands are very easy to swap out besides the fists. The fists I can't get off the damn ball pegs. I have to use some pliers to pull those damn fists off these joints. So that's the only irritating thing about the hands there. But these hand guards look fine. They did a nice job with them, and I'll show you how to swap those, along with how to put on the repulsor blast effects right now quickly. And the way you swap the hand guards isn't too difficult. So all they do is just pop right out, as you can see there, and you gotta take the hand off, pop that off the joint, and these are marked R and L. As you can see, this one does have an R on it, and just peg the hand on, and then just peg this into the hand, and then there you go. You could lift the hand up and make it look like he's shooting a repulsor blast, because this one here does restrict it from going any further up than that. So I do like that they did that, but not my favorite type of design. I like how Tamashii Nations puts the little hinge on the hand guards on their Iron Man figures. So that's the hand guards. Now for the repulsor blasts, we got to get the other hand here that has the peg on the palm there, peg that in, and then just peg the repulsor blast in there, and then there you go. As simple as that there. And these joints are a little loose too, as you can see right there. So more loose joints on this damn figure. So we do get all that stuff. And then we finally get 10 alternate hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging. And as I mentioned before, these are the most difficult hands to pop off. The wrist joints. Then we do get a pair of Diamond Dallas Page hand jester hands. Then we do get another pair of those hands, but these have the pegs on the repulsor blast on the palms, and those of course are meant for the repulsor blast effects. And then we do get 2 pairs of open palm blast hands, which are repulsor blast hands. So we do have the regular ones here, and then we do have the ones with the pegs on the repulsor blast, so you could peg the effect on there. And this is something I wish Tamashii Nations would do with their Iron Man figures. They always force us to use the blast effect with their open palm blast hands. I would like to get a pair that are just like this, so you could have them where it looks like he's about to shoot a repulsor blast, you know what I mean? But Mafex did a beautiful job with the paint and sculpt detail on all 10 hands, and you get that very nice black wash throughout all of them as well. But anyway, that's all the accessories included with this Mark 43. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the Mark 43, to the very top of the helmet there, it looks like it's about 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Black Panther, the Mafex Infinity War Iron Spider Spider-Man, the SH Figuarts Infinity War Black Widow, and the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk. And I think this Mark 43 scales well with these other Mafex MCU figures, and the SH Figuarts MCU figures as well. And then here he is compared to the Mafex comic version Deadpool, the Marvel Legends The Thing, the SH Figuarts Infinity War Thanos, and the Mezco 112 Silver Knight Batman. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Sector, the Marvel Legends Retro Series Deadpool, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku, and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for Tony Stark's articulation here, we do have 2 joints at the neck. We do have a barbell type joint at the upper neck, and probably do at the lower neck as well. So with the upper neck, you can get Iron Man to look up that much, looks down that much. Really nice pivot up there. Actually, great pivot, as you can see there, and then it does swivel as well. And you can move it, whoops. You can move it all around since it's on that barbell type joint. Then the lower neck here, with both joints, you'd either tuck his chin or push it down. And he does look down pretty well. And then both joints looks up about that much. Alright, so for the torso here, we do have a joint at the torso and then one at the waist. And then you can shift the joint up in between the torso and the waist at the ab right there. So you can get some more forward movement out of the torso and waist. You do see a little bit of gappage in the back there. And then with all the joints, he doesn't really go back too much, but he does go back decently. Click that joint back down there. A little bit of pivot at the torso. Better pivot at the waist, swivel at the waist, and then slight swivel at the torso. And the waist does have some bad looseness to it, as you can see there. That definitely is not good at all. Now for the arms here, we do have the shoulder pad pieces, which are on a hinge, as you can see right there. Then you can shift the arms out, as you can see right there. And that actually can move around in a circular motion, which is definitely dope. And then it also does at the shoulder, but that shoulder joint is very tight. I don't know if it moves in a circular motion. Yeah, it is connected with a ball peg, so you can move it a little bit at that shoulder as well, but you want to avoid hitting the torso, damaging the figure. So that's why they did that, so you could pull the arm out right there. So I do like that they did that, and you can move that joint around as well And then the arms, combining both the joints, you can get his arms out to the side a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely awesome. Like I said, these joints are very tight, but they do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that pretty much bend in all the way. Then the joint does swivel a little bit where it connects into the bicep, and then not too much where it connects into the forearm there. And then I'm really not a fan how they did the wrist joints, mainly for the fists. For the open hands, they're fine, but for the fists, you just get very restricted articulation out of them. I wish they made another cut in there, like how they did with the open palms. As you can see, they added more of a cut in there, so you could have his palms, open palm hands, move up, so it's like he's shooting his repulsor blast. But the fists do have very limited movement. And then these pieces, as we saw before, do peg in, and they can swivel a little bit where it connects into the arm. And then, of course, it does swivel on the ball peg on the wrist as well. Now, for the legs here, that joint's so annoying at the waist. We do get the drop-down leg joints, but they don't drop down too much. And Iron Man kicks forward about 90 degrees, which is definitely good. Goes to the back a little more than 45 degrees. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it here. And Iron Man can not Van Damme it. Looks like they go out about 45 degrees. And then you do get a little bit of swivel at the hip joint, and then you do get swivel at the upper thigh there. And then we do have the double jointed knees that bend back a little more than 90 degrees. Then the ankles here, they do swivel, but the joint, you push the joint all the way in and then swivel it, it pushes the joint out a little bit. And then the armor pieces on the heel there, or the back of the leg, do hinge up and down, and a tiny bit on the front there. But like I said, you do get the swivel at the ankle, hinges up about that much at the ankle, hinges down a lot. As you can see, this hinge being here does help with that ankle articulation. And then the pivot is there, but it gets restricted by this piece here, so it's going to push the foot a little bit out of the leg. Well, not the foot, the peg for the ankle joint, so you can get the pivot working, but you got to push it back in once you're done using it. And then, of course, we do get a very loose toe hinge there. So overall, the articulation definitely is there. I'm not a fan of the fists with the wrist joints. You don't get much articulation out of them, and then you get the horribly loose waist joint, and then the ankle joints with the pivot is really weird. In order to use the pivot, it's gonna almost pop the joint out of the leg there. But like I said, the articulation definitely is there, and you're still gonna be able to get this Mark 43 in some pretty damn cool Iron Man poses, and I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mafex Iron Man Mark 43. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it an even 9. Articulation, I'd give it an even 8. Accessories would also get an even 9. And then the overall quality, I would give a 5.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did have mine imported from Japan from Ami, and it was on sale there. You can always check with my buddy from Agelessgeeks. I don't think he has this Iron Man in stock, but he does have other import Iron Man figures available, so you can check at Agelessgeeks.com, and when you check out, use code name Daredevil, and you will get yourself a bit of a discount. If you can't find something on their website, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. So we'll put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Avengers Age of Ultron. Damn that fridge. Damn it to hell. So as you can see here, we do get a basic style box when it comes to Mahu Jabba Jubija. So as you can see here, we do get a very basic style box when it comes to Mafex's figures. As you can see here, we do get a basic style box when it comes to Mafex. Damn it! Damn you. This Mark 43 or 42.